Business Book Summaries.
Fanatical Prospecting by Jeb Blount, The Art of Winning Through Outreach. Prospecting is a crucial element in sales, and it's where success begins. Yet, it's common for salespeople to find prospecting challenging and uncomfortable, leading some to avoid it altogether. The discomfort often stems from the awkwardness of interrupting potential clients unexpectedly. However, this initial interaction is key to generating leads.
Before we delve further, remember that we regularly share new content. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel Business Book Summaries and hit the notification bell for the latest updates.
Salespeople who neglect prospecting usually fall short in their performance. The road to success involves building a robust pipeline of prospects. Numerous methods and tools exist for effective prospecting, such as in-person networking, emails, social media, and phone calls. Top-performing salespeople leverage all available tools but recognize that there's no substitute for direct communication through the telephone. In the age of digital dominance and social media, making a concise and straightforward pitch over the phone remains the most successful sales alternative. Therefore, successful salespeople prioritize cold calling and organize their contact lists based on the prospective pyramid, identifying the highest priority contacts. Prospecting is an essential activity in sales, the lifeblood of business. Prospecting isn't just an important aspect, it's the lifeblood of business. Regardless of the industry, no business can thrive without successful sales. However, sales is a challenging and often misunderstood endeavor. Even so-called experts may sell ineffective shortcuts that don't lead to long-term success. While the allure of easy solutions is strong, promising quick success without putting in significant effort, the reality is different. Salespeople seeking shortcuts often fall short of their goals. Success doesn't happen overnight, and achieving it requires dedication and hard work. Although raw talent can be an asset, nothing substitutes for hard work. Successful salespeople dedicate long hours to closing deals. Talent alone won't suffice, a strong work ethic is essential. Charismatic salespeople relying solely on talent may falter. Truly successful individuals, especially in prospecting, understand the importance of hard work and proactively seeking potential clients. Success is not handed out, it's earned through persistent effort and dedication. Mastering the art of prospecting, turning leads into future sales. Prospecting is the process of actively seeking out potential leads that can transform into future sales. Successful prospectors employ various means, such as working extra hours, making additional calls, sending more emails, and even knocking on doors if necessary. They utilize all available avenues, from email and social media to in-person interactions, to discover and connect with potential leads. The key is to keep the sales pipeline full. In the sales pipeline, one end contains all potential new clients, crucial for closing sales deals. Whatever salespeople input at one end determines the outcomes at the other end. Overcoming rejection in fanatical prospecting. Fanatical prospectors refuse to let rejection hinder their progress. While prospecting is essential, it's not always enjoyable. It can be time-consuming, challenging, and frustrating. Contacting potential clients out of the blue carries uncertainty about how they'll respond. Cold prospecting involves interrupting prospects, and reactions can range from annoyance to outright rejection. Dealing with rejection is never pleasant, but the fear of it often holds back many salespeople. Underperformance often results from sales teams avoiding cold calling and making various excuses to sidestep this essential activity. The fear of rejection is widespread, making people nervous and leading them to avoid it at all costs. However, there's no true substitute for cold calling. Successful prospectors understand that facing rejection is part of the process, and don't let it deter them from reaching out to potential clients. Mastering active customer acquisition, the power of proactive prospecting. While some companies adopt strategies to attract customers without actively seeking prospects, the resulting sales are rarely as high as those from companies that actively seek out their customers. The most lucrative customers are actively solicited by other salespeople. Companies that don't proactively reach out to them are missing out on potentially significant accounts. Fanatical prospectors understand this reality and know they must actively seek out their prospects, even if it initially feels uncomfortable. They push past their fears, step out of their comfort zones, and proactively reach out to potential customers. The most effective prospecting calls follow 5 simple steps. Firstly, the salesperson grabs the recipient's attention by addressing them directly. They then introduce themselves, clearly state their reason for calling, such as arranging a meeting, and provide a business reason explaining why the meeting would be beneficial for both parties. After clearly stating their business reason, they directly ask for what they want. For example, if the goal is to set up a meeting, they ask if a specific day and time work and allow the prospect to respond. Telephone calls should be succinct, to the point, and respectful of the prospect's time. Crafting persuasive sales pitches, putting yourself in the prospect's shoes. Crafting persuasive sales pitches is challenging but crucial for success. To pitch effectively, salespeople need to empathize with their prospects and understand their needs. When cold calling, prospects prefer brief and to-the-point calls rather than time-wasting or outlandish claims. Salespeople should tailor their pitches to individual prospects by considering their specific needs, concerns, and desires. Every prospect's main concern is what's in it for me? It's the salesperson's responsibility to answer this question clearly and concisely, stating the tangible results the prospect will enjoy by using their product or service. Understanding the prospect's perspective and addressing their needs is key to persuasive pitching. Effectively communicating results, a 3-step approach. To effectively communicate results, salespeople should follow a 3-step approach. First, address the prospect's business objectives, understanding their main goals, such as saving money. Second, demonstrate how the product provides a tangible improvement, as people often resist change due to comfort in the status quo. The salesperson must take the responsibility of showing the prospect how their product significantly improves the current situation. Lastly, provide concrete evidence to strengthen the pitch. Backing up claims with hard proof enhances the credibility of the product, making the pitch more convincing. The power of telephone cold calling. Telephone cold calling remains an essential and effective part of a salesperson's job. While it may be stressful, there's no substitute for calling prospects on the phone. It surpasses alternatives like reaching out via email or social media, generating a higher percentage of leads. Despite the rise of social media, phone prospecting is more relevant than ever, with phone contact rates increasing by 5% since the 1990s. Phone prospecting success is partly because few people do it. Hearing a human voice adds a personal touch that virtual alternatives lack. Additionally, almost everyone keeps their phone handy, increasing the likelihood of reaching a real person. Phone prospecting proves to be a more efficient and effective alternative than face-to-face meetings, which often consume more time. To tackle the challenge of phone calls, salespeople can adopt a technique from the French writer Nicolas Chamfort, Eat the Frog. This means dedicating the first 2 hours of the day to phone prospecting, getting the challenging task done early, and freeing up the rest of the day for other activities. This approach ensures that salespeople consistently make phone calls, a crucial component for reaching their sales targets. Unlocking sales potential with social media. While the phone remains an invaluable sales tool, social media is a powerful addition to the sales toolbox. Social selling, a notable trend, involves selling through platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn. However, it's important to recognize that social media won't replace other forms of prospecting. Email and phone calls still boast higher success rates. Social selling differs from traditional selling. People using social media aren't actively seeking to make purchases, they're there to connect and share experiences. Cold pitching on social media can often alienate potential clients. Yet, social media provides valuable data on prospects' interests, behaviors, and desires. Salespeople can use this information to understand their prospects better and reach a broader audience. A fanatical prospector leverages social media to find potential clients and gather useful information about them. Crafting a carefully curated social media presence serves as a tool to establish a solid groundwork for relationships with new prospects. Email, a strategic tool for prospecting. While not as potent as the telephone, email proves to be a useful addition to the prospecting toolkit. Emails can be written and scheduled ahead of time, increasing efficiency. Although their effectiveness may not match that of phone calls, emails offer the advantage of easy measurement and analysis of response rates. Effective prospecting emails follow 3 simple rules. First, the email must reach its intended contact. To avoid spam filters, salespeople should refrain from sending bulk emails and avoid including attachments or hyperlinks. Secondly, the email must be opened by its intended recipient. Crafting compelling subject lines and avoiding spammy content increases the likelihood of the email being opened and read by the prospect. Crafting compelling emails for success. Compelling emails play a crucial role in prospecting success. The subject line should be carefully crafted to catch the prospect's eye. Additionally, the email should aim to turn the recipient into a potential client. Achieving this involves making the email as personal as possible while clearly stating the desired goals and outcomes. The 3 Ps of failure in prospecting. The 3 deadly sins of prospecting are procrastination, perfectionism, and paralysis. Committing any of these sins can have a negative impact on a salesperson's prospects. Procrastination involves putting off tasks, with the false belief that they can be made up later. However, this can lead to panicking, rushing, and struggling to finish everything at the last minute, resulting in angry managers, a lack of client leads, and regrets. Instead, success comes from a slow and steady approach, setting aside time each day to accomplish necessary tasks consistently. Perfectionism stems from an intense desire to get everything 100% right. While this drive is admirable, too much focus on achieving perfection can hinder people from even starting. For instance, spending excessive time preparing can cut into valuable time for active client connections. Success often comes from a balance between thoroughness and efficiency. Paralysis occurs when salespeople overthink and overanalyze their next steps, getting caught up in what-if scenarios. Imagining all possible negative outcomes can lead to inaction. However, these negative outcomes may never materialize. Success demands overcoming paralysis and actively reaching out to prospects, seizing opportunities instead of succumbing to fear. Diversify your approach for sales success. Successful prospectors understand the importance of diversifying their methodology. Just like smart investors spread their savings across different stocks, salespeople should diversify their prospects. Relying on a single method is risky. Diversifying ensures long-term success. Salespeople should explore various avenues rather than putting all their eggs in one basket. Mixing up methodologies, such as using the phone, email, social selling, texting, and in-person networking, maximizes returns. Fanatical prospectors utilize a combination of tools to achieve success. The effectiveness of specific methodologies varies based on circumstances, industry preferences, and the type of product. For instance, consultants may find success on LinkedIn, while companies with established contacts might benefit from mining their existing database through more personal avenues like phone calls or emails. Geographic factors also play a role, with door knocking being less efficient in sparsely populated areas but potentially yielding results in densely populated cities. Maintaining a diverse balance of techniques is crucial, and seeking advice from experienced salespeople in the specific area can provide valuable insights. The 3 laws of prospecting, the heart of sales. Prospecting is the most essential part of sales, embodying the 3 laws that govern success. Without a pipeline full of prospects, deals cannot be closed, and sales won't happen. Successful salespeople recognize this, dedicating up to 80% of their time to prospecting because they view it as a wise investment in their success. Understanding and adhering to the 3 laws of prospecting is the key to thriving in the competitive world of sales. To achieve success in prospecting, it's crucial to follow 3 laws that guide effective sales strategies. Law 1: The Universal Law of Need. According to this law, the more a salesperson needs a sale, the less likely they are to get it. Desperation can set in when salespeople face challenges, leading to bad judgment and further failure. Clients can sense desperation, which turns them away from making deals. To break free from this cycle, it's essential to avoid desperation and maintain a composed approach. Law 2, the 30-day rule. The 30-day rule emphasizes that all deals closed within a 90-day window result from prospecting work completed 30 days earlier. To avoid the consequences of putting off prospecting, salespeople should remember that each day without prospecting is a day without leads. Waiting for too long will result in a lack of deals to close 3 months down the line. Law 3, the law of replacement. The law of replacement states that new prospects should be added to the pipeline at the same pace as a salesperson's closing ratio. This means that for every deal closed, a new prospect should replace it in the pipeline. The replacement should align not with the number of deals closed but with the prospect-to-deal ratio. Keeping a balanced pipeline ensures a continuous flow of potential deals. Numbers do not lie, the power of data. Exceptional performers in sales understand that numbers do not lie. Tracking statistics and data is crucial for improvement. Successful salespeople meticulously track everything from the number of emails sent and appointments made to the contacts they have and their closing rates. Analyzing these numbers ensures efficient and effective performance, guiding them toward continuous improvement. Efficiency versus effectiveness in sales. Efficiency measures how much work gets done in a specific time, while effectiveness gauges the real-world success an activity yields. For instance, making 100 calls in an hour is efficient, but if none of those calls lead to leads, the time spent isn't effective. The best salespeople strive for a balance between efficiency and effectiveness, aiming for tangible outcomes. Balancing these elements requires a realistic approach, and this is where tracking numbers becomes invaluable. Monitoring performance helps salespeople understand how their efficiency correlates with effective outcomes. Without this data, they might miss crucial insights. For example, a salesperson assumed he made 50 calls with no leads, but in reality, he only made 12. Without tracking numbers, he wrongly attributed his lack of effectiveness to bad luck rather than inefficient work. The prospecting pyramid, prioritizing success. Prospecting cannot be random to be effective. Successful salespeople prioritize their prospecting calls based on the prospecting pyramid. Not every call holds equal value, so prospects should be vetted to determine which ones are worth contacting first. Prioritizing prospects is essential for maximizing success. The prospecting pyramid is shaped to prioritize prospects in tiers. 1. Base tier, prospects least likely to yield a sale. Limited information is known, and the goal is to gather more data for the future. 2. Second tier, contacts with more information, such as basic demographic data and budget size. The goal is to identify their buying window and determine when they might be ready to make a purchase. 3. Third tier, contacts with a closer relationship with the sales representative. The goal is to nurture this relationship for future opportunities. 4. Top tier, contacts with the highest potential to become buyers when the time is right. These are the best opportunities for turning prospects into buyers at the optimal moment. Prioritizing prospects for success. The goal when reaching out to prospects is to pinpoint the right moment for making a sale. In the prospecting pyramid, the fifth tier, second from the top, is reserved for hot contacts who come in through referrals and third-party recommendations. These prospects are nearly ready to purchase and only need a nudge to move them into the pipeline. At the pinnacle of the pyramid are the most time-sensitive, highest priority prospects, those eager to buy immediately. Contacting these valuable prospects promptly is crucial. Main takeaway: key to success in sales. The most successful salespeople dedicate 80% of their time to prospecting, recognizing that building a pipeline of prospective clients is the key to success. Fanatical prospectors overcome rejection, procrastination, perfectionism, and paralysis by utilizing all available tools to reach potential clients. They embrace cold calling, the most effective method of connecting with clients. These prospectors track their performance, analyze numbers for improvement, and strategically prioritize prospecting efforts based on the quality and size of potential leads.
We're keen to hear your thoughts on our content. Feel free to share your opinions or recommend books in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel Business Book Summaries and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest summaries. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.